Today I'm going to show you how to create an Azure virtual machine. So first go to Azure portal and we will create a resource. Search for virtual machine and then click create the virtual machine. So you can see all the settings when creating a virtual machine. So right now I'm using Azure for Students for the free credits, and for the resource group, since um, I already had the Spotify resource group, which I will be doing something for the project, and you guys can always create the new resource group. Let's name it Spotify virtual machine. Why not? And for the region, you can pick the region that is nearest to your place for stable connection. And for the zone options, I will let Azure assign it for me. For the image, I will be using Ubuntu, and just the old one. I don't need the latest one. For the security type, it depends on you, but since I'm only testing it, so I'm gonna choose standard. Alright, and for the size, I won't be using much. This is the price for per month when you are running your virtual machine 24/7. And for the administrator account, for the authentication type, you can either choose to have a username or password in order to connect to your virtual machine, or you can do SSH. And for this video, I'll be doing for the SSH public key. For the username, I'll get my name here, and with the public key, I will just generate the new one using the RSA SSH format, and the key of it, I will simply just use Spotify virtual machine key. And here we will have inbound port rules. So this basically means from your virtual machine, you can you can access your virtual machine through this port. So I will be SSH into my virtual machine. So I'll be ticking this box. And yeah. For this one, I will just leave it as default. Okay, for the virtual network, I will just leave it as default. It will create the new virtual network for your virtual machine. SSH, yes, okay. No, not. And you can choose when to auto shut down your virtual machine in case you don't use it. And since I will be leaving it for 24/7, so I will not tick this box. Here, you can see you can test it by yourself. Yes, leave it as default for the tags, for any notes, and here waiting for validation. So it already passed. Okay. Yep. So now you can create. Generate. Here you can see that an SSH key pair. It will contain a public key and a private key. So remember to download this one because Azure won't store your private key. So I will explain a little bit about how SSH works. So here you are on your Azure server. It creates you already generate the pair of keys. So on Azure server, we have a pair of keys which are public keys and private keys. And just by now, you just downloaded uh, your private key. So from your local machine, you got the private key. And when you're trying to SSH to Azure, Azure uh, will have the public key. It will check if your private key is one of the authorized users from the server, and then from the Azure server, it will it will kind of give you the puzzle to make sure that you are the authenticated one. And when you are getting the puzzle, you will have to use your private key in order to solve that puzzle. And as soon as you already solve the puzzle successfully, you will be able to connect to your Azure virtual machine. So yeah, that's basically how SSH works. All right, your deployment is complete, and okay, uh, and you can go back to see your resource. So here you can see your Spotify. You can see your virtual machine just created here. So this is the IP that you can connect to. Um, Let me open the command prompt real quick. So you will need to get your private key into the place where it serves SSH information. It's usually in the user. Here you can find .ssh here. Paste it into this, and now let's try. We can SSH uh, SSH to the name of my virtual machine, which is my name can add. You copy, yep, and yes. Okay, this error occurs because you haven't provided the path to your private key yet. So so the private key is the .pen file you just see here. So I just need to provide the path to okay SSH to this one. Okay, so now you are in the Ubuntu virtual machine. Let's list all the things. Here you can see the authorized keys. Let's see what is it inside. So this is the public key that was generated by Azure. So the virtual machine is using Ubuntu is basically a terminal like this, and it's very difficult for you to, if you're not familiar with it, it's very difficult for you to interact with this bare terminal. So Azure also provides you um, a method to have the graphical user interface for easier control. So now let's follow the guide here. First, SSH to your virtual machine, which I already did. Okay, let's go back to the top directory. And for Ubuntu, you need to, before installing the user interface, you will have to update all the packages. I'll just copy it. Okay, it's setting up here. It's updating all the packages, so it may take a while. Okay, and then you need to install some required packages for the GUI. Okay, it has done now, and we need to enable the XRDP. And add the user. If you're using Ubuntu 24, let me check. Enable. Yes, we already enabled it. So yeah, we also have to give a certificate access to oh, and we will restart to get it started. Okay, and now we have to set a local user account password with this command sudo password, and following this will be the name of the Azure user, but I will just use my name then and type in your password. Okay, and we need to create a network security group for remote desktop traffic, because you remember that previously when we created the virtual machine, I only chose the inbound port to be SSH port 22. I will check where is it. Here you can see I only set the inbound port rules to be SSH. So now in order to have the remote desktop traffic that allows TCP on port 3389, we have to create the port rule, a new port rule. So yes, any destination any, and for this protocol we choose TCP. Let's see it again. Okay, let's see how it creates. Which machine? Where is it? It's weird. Just Google it. Okay, here the network setting page. On the network setting page, create port rule, inbound port rule here. From the service, drop down, choose RDP. Where is it? Where is it? RDP, RDP. Where is it? Am I tripping or something? Oh, here it is. RDP 3389. For name, just type port 3389 here. Okay, and yeah, just add it. Voila. Now you can see that the inbound port rule has added the rule to allow port 3389. Okay, let's continue. And now you can go to the remote desktop client to connect to your virtual machine. So enter your computer. So the computer will be your public IP, which is this one. Copy username. The username that you just specified here when you're creating a user. Okay, let's connect. Yes. Type in your password. Hit OK. Just OK here. Okay, so this is the GUI for your virtual machine. Okay, we're back. There's something I want to tell you. There's another way to SSH into your virtual machine without providing a path to your private key. So let me exit my virtual machine first. So in the .ssh folder, uh, you can see this config file, and for the config file, it will keep all the profiles uh, of your keys in order to SSH. So let's open it in Visual Studio Code, and this is my old profile for the previous virtual machine when I was testing it. So now let's change it a little bit to our current virtual machine. So the host name here, it will be my current public IP. I will set the user to be my name, and the identity file would be the path that leads to your Spotify virtual machine key. So yeah, save it, and now you don't need to provide any path to your private key file. So in order to SSH to your current virtual machine, you just need to use this host. You just need to SSH straight into this host, because this is the host profile and it already contains all the information. So you copy the name and you paste it here, SSH to that one. Yeah, and you got into your working place. So now we will move to installing Visual Studio Code on the virtual machine. Okay, connect. Yes, enter the password. Here you can see it is the user interface for the Linux distribution, and right now it's empty. So let's go to any browser to download stuff. Okay, failed to execute default web browser. I guess that right now it's completely empty. We need to download a web browser. So sudo install Firefox. Is it the right command? Yeah. Okay, cool. Now the Firefox web browser has already been installed. We can access the web browser now. Blah blah blah. Skip this step. Okay, skip this step. I just need to know how to download VSCode for Linux Ubuntu. Install it. Okay, we need to download this package and using sudo apt install. Okay, open our terminal again. Let's see where did we just download it. It's in our downloads folder. We'll navigate to it. So yeah, here it is. Following the command, it will be sudo apt install. No, sudo apt install. Put this name. Fuck. Can I just copy this? Yes. Paste into this using the right mouse click. Bro. Yes. Anyways, I think it's already installed and you can access the Visual Studio. Where is it? Where is it? It should be in the app. Setting accessories. Here it is. Open Visual Studio Code. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Alright, so there's one last thing I want to show you guys is to copy a file from your local machine to the virtual machine on Azure. So let me first exit. So basically there's a syntax here. SCP, then comes your file name and the user at the IP address, then the destination path. So let me take an example using my Spotify private key. My private key for SSH. It is in the SSH folder. So this one, I will copy this file into my Azure virtual machine. So how will I do that? First of all, SCP, and then my file name, which is Spotify VM key.pem, and then the user IP address. But since I told you that I have already had the profile in the config here, so I can just simply use this profile and then maps to here, maps to the destination. I think. Yep. Okay, it has done. So let's check it out. SSH to my virtual machine. Okay. Sorry, I put the wrong one. It should be Spotify virtual machine. Spotify Azure virtual machine. CD to our downloads folder. Okay, it's a little bit lag here. Yeah, you can see now I have the private key file in my Azure virtual machine. Okay, that's basically everything. Thank you for watching.